So, about 2 years ago, I bought this. This is a compatible Nintendo Switch controller, and it broke after about 2 months of use. It was really unfortunate, and I tried to fix it, and I wasn't able to fix it, unfortunately. So, just now, I found a use for it. No, you're not looking at the functional controller anymore. It does not work with the Switch, but it is an MP3 player. So, how does this work? Well, in here, I managed to fit an Arduino Nano. And to do so, I removed the motors. And for some reasons, I also had to remove the batteries. The battery. Well, on the other side, we have some connections and boards and stuff. Here, we have a 128 by 64 OLED screen. Obviously, it was not supposed to be there. Just drill the hole to fit it. On the other side, it looks just the same. But here, we have an SD card slot with a card in there containing the music in MP3 files. It just clicks in there. If I can just manage to fit it. Okay. And here we have the headphone out jack. Well, let's turn this thing on. We need a USB Type-C cable to fit in there and an external power source, because as I said before, I removed the battery. So, for example, you can just connect it to a power bank. And here we go. Here's my logo. Pretty proud of it. And this is the player screen. And you can see for now the track is stopped. It's not playing. And here we have the track number. Well, why the number and not the name, you may ask? Because the module that I'm using here to read the micro SD card does not support file names. So I have to use numbers. Well, of course, on the computer I can still see the name of the files, so I can manage them easily. But on here, we can't. That's not really a huge problem. It doesn't limit too much the functionality of it. So, to play the track, we press A. You can increase the volume, like this, but also decrease it in the same way. And we stop it. Well, now let's go to the menu, the settings, and here we have some options. You can jump to a specific track, selecting the number. Here's the selector. We could go to track number 3, or maybe 13, or 213. But we don't want to do this now. We can just go back. Change repeat mode. Well, let's see. We have repeat 1 that is not repeat once. This repeats this current song forever. And we also have repeat all. Repeat all goes through every song and at the end goes back to the first one. And it also works as kind of an autoplay mode, for say. We also have some equalizer presets. Normal, pop, rock, jazz, classical, bass, and on the bottom here we have a toggle speaker. Well, why would we ever toggle off the speaker? Well, if you remember, we have a headphones out here, and maybe you don't want to hear the song playing while you wear headphones, or you're amplifying, or you're using an external amplifier. So we can toggle it off. But for now we will just turn it on because we want to use it. Let's just turn off repeat mode, and just for the sake of demonstration, let's jump track 7, for example. I jumped there, the previous song. Okay, we're back to it. So, okay, and this is basically all the functionality of it. Let's turn this off. Well, there's no button, you can just unplug it. There we go. On the back, it's exactly like a normal controller. What would you expect? Every button clicks, and they all have the feel of the buttons of the original controller, because when you click them, you can actually feel the rubber. They're not those clicky buttons that I may have inserted. This is because I'm using the original membranes on the original board of the controller. Well, these don't click so well, and sometimes they don't click at all because I have made some very tricky and difficult connections down here that kind of ruined it, but it still works. These obviously still rotate, but they don't do anything for now. And that's all. This is a project I have developed on my own from start to end in about 3 days or so, and I'm pretty proud of it. So I hope you liked it. See ya.